Yo, what is up, guys? It is your boy Sneaky Pete here today for some more GeoGuessr action. You guys seem to enjoy GeoGuessr in the first video that I uploaded. Some of you guys tried it out for the first times and said it was a pretty fun game. So I'm here to bring you some more of that great content. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, please subscribe and drop a like on this video. In the first video, we set the bar high. Obviously, the highest you can get is a perfect game of 25,000. We got 24,995 in the first game. So hopefully this game we can continue the flow towards a perfect game. But you never know when the United States is going to throw you for a loop. You're going to go in the middle of nowhere on the longest highway in the state with terrible camera quality. So enough of the jibber jabber. Let's get into it. Round one in the United States. Here we go. So we are here in the United States. Look at this tree. It doesn't look like we're in the north anywhere. Although there are some crops here, possibly corn, possibly soybeans, who knows, but it looks like a warm environment, and we have some clues here. Our first couple clues, some signage. So all of these say is IHS Christian School and for sale by owner, so these aren't anything particular, but it puts us in a nice little area to set our marker down for the perfect score. I believe we're in the south somewhere, though. It looks dry, it looks hot, it looks warm, and there's some tropical plants or trees nearby. And why can't we go down this road? Apparently we can if we press this button. Anything on these houses in particular? A bunch of nice area for their children to play, so that's pretty cool. Here we go. We're going to get a street sign, so we're not on a highway. Sometimes when you play the United States, you always get on highways. But this one, we're in a town somewhere. We are on the intersection of Grand and this one doesn't have a sign on it. So at least we know we are somewhere where there's something called Grand. I don't know what those street signs are, but let's write that down. Grand and S6302. So maybe South Highway 6302. I have no idea. I'm definitely not from this area because I don't know that kind of signage. Let's keep roaming around. There's a nice little puppy right there. We dealt with some wildlife on the last one. There is our first image of a dog coming out to probably bite us. But we are now at a real intersection here. Can we get the name of this other street that we were on? We were on Noble Street. So interesting. Noble Street. We do have a Noble Street where I live. But that's definitely not. Oh, I see a very particular clue. I'm also looking at the camera, but you guys cannot see my face. I saw a clue right here. If you guys can see that, very small on that mailbox, those are the South Carolina Gamecocks. I am pretty sure, I believe we are in South Carolina, but we don't know what city we're nearby or a town or a highway number. But I believe that is exactly what that is. South Carolina. That gives us a huge clue. Let's go find a city sign, a street sign, something that gives us more of an idea exactly where we are. We're in a little town though, so that's pretty cool. Speed limit 35 miles per hour. A guy waiting to cross the street where the GeoGuessr car is going to come and roll right over him. Is this the way to go? This is a big street here, so hopefully it starts to say this is how many miles away we are from this next city or something like that. We are on Springfield. Springfield looks like a pretty busy street. There's a baseball field there. Nothing particular though. Here we go. What's this say? There we go. South Carolina. So if we didn't know we were in South Carolina already, South Carolina 39. So there we go there. South Carolina 39. I don't know if that's a highway or interstate. It's definitely not an interstate. Definitely a highway. But here we go. South Carolina 39. And, Junction 78. So there's an interstate sign. I'm fumbling around with the pencil if that's what you guys are probably hearing. So Interstate 78. The Junction 78 here. And we're also going to get a city sign. So we'll have multiple clues to go into round one. This is looking like a pretty good start to this round. What does this water tower say? Williston? Does that say Williston up there? I'm going to write that down, even though it might not be the right place, but Williston. That's what I'm going to write down. Also over here, what is wrong with that supermarket? And another clue, South Carolina on that store. So if we didn't know we were in South Carolina, there are many, many clues that tell us where we are. So Augustus Gloop is 36 miles to our west. I believe that's a big city. I'm not sure though. 36. And then Clay Aiken is actually 23 miles that same direction. So Clay Aiken and Augustus Gloop are that way down this roadway. This looks like a nice little area though. Let's look on the map and see if we can get there. So we're looking for 39 in South Carolina. Augusta, there we go, Augustus Gloop. We already found Augusta. So that was right on the border, right? Wait, is Augusta in Georgia? Oh, there's Clay Aiken. So we're somewhere over here. Clay Aiken, Augusta. So Augusta is in Georgia, so we're right near the border. So where could we be? I put down Williston or Williston or something like that. But we're looking for those numbers, 39 and 78. We're looking for a junction number, a sign number. Where could we be? Williston. Is that where we are? Williston on 39. Okay, so back at it. We're heading, what direction is that? Like southeast towards Williston, which I saw on the water tower. So if we're heading that way, we are somewhere in this direction. And I believe we were on Noble and Grand or something like that, right by a church. So I think we're over here somewhere, one of these areas. Let's go back to the beginning, put ourselves down in a good spot, and cross our fingers that it's a perfect score. So the roadway comes over here, right to a perfect bend in the road, right near these pieces of straw. I don't know what that is. Some dry grass, some really dry grass. But let's see what street this is so we know where we're at. So this is, okay, can you please stop jumping around so quickly? Okay, this is Center. So we are on Center. Is this Center? And Noble. So we're right here at the corner. Easy as that. That was definitely not 6 minutes, but maybe to you it was. So this is the corner of it. So we're right past the corner. I would say right there. We're right in the middle of this house. We're right in the middle. Oh, I should say we're right in the middle of this church. Boom. That is our guess. There we go. 1 yard away. Almost exactly where we were. 1 yard away. 5,000 points. On to round 2. Okay, look at this. Another perfect spot placement here on Main Street and Clark Street. So, perfect. We're at an intersection. Main and Clark. So we know that. We're not on a highway. Those are always the worst. Getting in the middle of the highway, you don't know where you are. No particular landmarks in the vicinity. And you're just stuck with having to guess exactly where you are. So let's get into it. The antique shop is down that way. This looks like a lovely little town. First of all, mountains. Mountains tell me northwest or northeast. But this looks more northwestern. A bunch of pine trees, big mountains, right on a tiny little intersection here. And this is, what is CYN City Boulevard? So maybe that's where we are. CYN City. Cyan City. I don't know what CYN stands for. Okay, here we go. On to the highway now. Well, it's not really a highway because you can only go 20 miles per hour here. We are in Grant County Historical Museum. So Grant County, where is that? If you guys know where that is, comment below and like. Also, a big deer or buck or whatever that is. I don't know what animal. Also, maybe a silly salmon jumping out of the water. We are in the northwest of America. Washington or Oregon. One of those two. We have a river running right next to us. We need to find where we are. Is this the post office right here? Please tell me this is the post office. The smallest post office around. Oh, and of course, they blur it out. Can we see what that says? Canyon City, Oregon. Canyon City, Oregon, United States Post Office. There we go. We know where we are. Canyon City, Oregon. We're not in Africa. Don't go there. We're not in Africa. We're in Oregon. How big is Canyon City? Because their post office is very small. We need a road sign. That is going to be our main objective from here on out. We need a highway sign. That's what we're looking for. Highway sign. Where could it be? Here's a Shell gas station. So we're definitely on a highway somewhere. CYN, by the way, that stands for Canyon City. So that is exactly where we were. Canyon City. They have Peschel camels. Whatever a Peschel camel is, go to Canyon City, Oregon, and buy a Peschel camel. I think that's what the sign said. Maybe not. Maybe I just made up something. But yeah, they got Peschels here, whatever those are. Okay, we need a highway sign. Okay, I don't know what that says. DMV is up ahead. There is a TP, I believe is what you would call that. Entering John Day. Interesting. So we are somewhere. There's another city name, John Day. How big are these cities, though? The city looked pretty small. By the way, which way we're heading north? So south of us would be Canyon City. Canyon City, Canyon City. You guys see it? Probably Cave Junction, Prairie City. Oh, John Day, John Day. That sounds familiar. That's because we had just entered John Day. So where is Canyon City? There it is. Canyon City. We have got it, ladies and gentlemen. We are on to it now. We were on Clark and Main. Over here by Joe's Antique, or Jim. Sorry, Jim. We are by your antique shop. So Main and Clark, Station 62. What just happened to the map? I'm going to drop my little baby down right there. Go back to the start. So there is the intersection. The intersection is to our west. That would be correct. The intersection is to our west. And we are on the road, right on the corner of the road. So there we go. I'm putting it down. 5,000 points. Once again, 3 yards away. A little bit farther. On to round 3. I'm definitely not keeping... Oh, we're in Florida for sure, boys. But this just screams Florida to me. I've been to Florida multiple times in my life, and I know a Florida place when I see it. In a fenced-in, screened-in pool area, palm trees. This is Florida. And actually, I'm pretty sure my grandparents drove a Honda similar to this. There's a guy on a moped. It looks very nice and lovely down here in Florida. Let's find out where we are before I make too many assumptions here. Okay, what was this sign saying? We are in Palm Coast. Palm Coast. Is that Palm Coast, Florida? Palm Coast. City Hall is right down the road from us, and Cypress Knoll. So I'm writing those down. Palm Coast. That sounds very, very Floridian-like. What does this sign say over here? This says Cypress Knoll. So that is a big spot. We were on Belle Terre. I'm not sure if that's Italian. It might be Italian. I don't know. I'm not an expert. We're on Belle Terre and Central intersection there. Town center is right here on the Palm Coast. So if we're on the coast of Florida, what coast are we on? The eastern side or the western side? That is the question. Also, isn't there going to be a lot of palm style things in Florida? This got me thinking here. There's a bunch of beaches. Palm Beach, obviously. Palm Bay. We're on the Palm Coast. Palm Coast. Is that where we are? Palm Coast here. Okay. Palm Coast. We're looking for Belle Terre. So Palm Harbor Golf Club. We're looking for Cypress Knoll. I do not see that anywhere. Do you guys see it? Probably. But where is it? There's a Dollar General. I talked about the dollar stores. They have them too there. We're looking for not Old Kings Road, even though that's another cool name. Okay. Within seconds, I found Belle Terre. and Pine Lakes, but Belle Terre and Maine. We're looking for Maine now. Spotted Belle Terre out of the corner of my eye. Where is Maine at? Obviously, Maine is probably a main road here. There's Main Branch, Palm Coast Parkway. Oh, Goodwill. That's always a good place to go. Where is Main Street at? Whiteview Parkway. Rimefire. Okay. Aldi, Walgreens. Were we near that? I don't think so. I believe I'm heading too far south at this point, but where is Main Street? Now that I think about it, we weren't on Main because Main was the road that we were on in the last round, so already I confused myself. I thought I was on Main, but that is definitely not right. That's probably why I can't find it on the map. Where did that intersection just go? Just flew right through the intersection. Probably ran a red light. We were on Central, not Main. So that is why I couldn't find Main on the map. So is Central on the map, though? That could even be harder to find. Citation Boulevard. So don't go down that road. That is for sure. We're looking for Central, not Main. I confused myself. Lost a lot more time looking for that. Central Ave. There we are. I believe that's what we're on here. And what is wrong with this map? Why does that happen? So, Central Ave. Where did we just come from? I definitely confused myself way more than I should have. So, Belle Terre. We are on the right side of the road, obviously. This says East Hampton over here. I'm not sure why that says that. Maybe it just turns into... And what's wrong with our map? Can somebody help me out here? East Hampton, there we go. Okay, so we're right here. We're right here somewhere. Did we see a pizzeria? I do not believe we did. Although it says Belle Terre is also the name of this road over here. How confusing is that? So, there we go. The houses are the houses. So we're going to have to count the houses here. Okay, Belle Terre heading north. There's one house right there. There's two houses there. Three houses. Something blurred. So we got three houses. I believe that's a fourth house right there. A fourth house and then a space and then a fifth house. So where are we at in conjunction to that? So we are past the fifth house because the space is there. The fifth house. The sixth house. We are right across the street from the sixth house on the map. There is the little thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are right across the street from the sixth house. Boom. There we go. Another 5,000. I really confused myself by looking for Main Street the whole time. Also, we found it right off the bat. I knew it was Florida just by the conditions around me. On to the fourth round. Okay, the fourth round, and here we go. Bad camera quality, but hopefully we can find where we are quick. We're right by a big lake or pond or whatever you want to call it. I do not think it would be the ocean because there's a little tree line on the opposite side, but you never know. Can we find or read these signs? Okay, there's a stop sign here. What does this one say? We are on Sherman, so we're on the corner of Sherman. Can we read the other sign, though? That is going to be the one that we need the most. Sherman and... So, interesting name for a street. Sherman and... We're heading this way. The truck's heading this way. We're heading this way. Can we not head that way? Okay, we're heading that way. Truck's heading that way. We're going. And why can't I click myself? Okay, come on. Come on. Gotta hurry it up. We gotta get things going. Gotta get things going here. Ooh, I'm just all out of sorts. I also didn't have the thing full screen, so sorry about that as well. But we gotta find our way around these things. We can't go down that street. We can't even see what sign it says. Probably says, welcome to Lake, whatever. But here we go. We're working our way around the curve. Hopefully, we can see some signage pretty soon and some quality camera work. We always get onto one of these. It is just a thing that happens. We have to deal with it. We have to get over our adversary, hop over these obstacles. Where are we going? What is this? Is this even a road anymore?
20 minutes later.
Okay, I have been traveling for a long time. I went through the pixelated forest back there, but we've been going on for a while now, just going down this roadway. The camera quality has gotten a little bit better, but we have yet to find a major clue of where we are. I do not have that many ideas as of right now. I would say the Midwest somewhere, or towards the south. We are heading down a very narrow highway or roadway here in the middle of nowhere. There was a lake, some kind of area where people were congregating, which is not a good thing, especially with this pandemic going on. But here we are. We are just traveling down. I would say the Midwest. That's where I would put my marker right now. I'm actually going to do it. Let's just put it down. Boom. But this might ruin our perfect game so far.
Eventually.
Okay, our first clue, although not in sign form or anything like that, our first visual clue, there is snow on the ground and the camera quality has changed. I have been on this road for miles and miles. Obviously, I can't read anything at all, even when we come upon something that would be used to help us, to be advantageous for us. I haven't been able to read it, obviously, clearly. There is a first look at that, what I've been dealing with. But here we go. Our first clue is it's snowing. So we're in the Midwest. I would say maybe Minnesota, maybe Wisconsin, somewhere near there. But who knows? It is nice and snowy. Also, here is a big clue. What is that? The US 20, US 35. Those are our first markers. And I am not a sign expert or anything like that. I have played rounds where the United States state has been on it, like Texas or something, but this one has a bike in the middle of it. I'm not sure what state has a bike in the middle of their sign, but I will be enlightened after this round and will know from now on what state has bikes on their sign. That's pretty cool. But we're in Hamlin Township. I don't know if that's going to tell us anything, lead us anywhere, but I'm going to write it down. Hamlin Township. I've been playing this round alone for 30 minutes, just traveling around.
One eternity later.
Here we go, our first sign of life with good quality camera work here. They're selling minnows. So we're right near, and we're in Hamlin. We have to be in Hamlin, even though it's Hamlin County. We are definitely in Hamlin because this is the Hamlin Grocery. So we have a town name. Here we go. Here are some more names. Manistee, interesting, and Ludington. And this turns into the 10 apparently. So north and south 31. Got to remember that. North 31, and that's interstate. South is Ludington, so we're north of Ludington, and north of us is Manistee. Those don't give us any clues though. And also, how did the signage change from just down the road till now? Also, is there anything on this car right here? Okay, is there anything? There we go. Ludington, Michigan. We have found it. We have been traveling for miles with no clues, and now we've had a very good clues. So, apparently in Michigan, on some of the signs, they have bicycles in the sign. So that's pretty cool. So we're looking for Ludington. We're looking for Manis, whatever it said. Hamlin. We're looking for those. Can we find it right away and head on into the 5th round? Ludington, I see it. Manistee, there we are. We're somewhere over here. We've been heading north-south for a long time. Can we find where we are? It might take a while, but hopefully we can find it. After a massive look at the map, We are definitely and certainly not in the town of Ludington, although that car said Ludington. We're nearby, which gave us great context clues. We found it on the map. This is where we are right now currently, Anglin Road and Jabay Drive, according to this sign. If we head down this road, which I'm not going to because the camera quality is horrendous, we end up over here near this lake, which is clearly the lake that we saw from our terrible perspective in the beginning. Also, if you see, I just zoomed in perfectly on Sherman Road, so this is where we are, or this is where we were, I should say. Somewhere on Sherman Road, with the intersection either at Bernhardt Road or Storm Road. That is our final thing to find out. Our intersection pointing directly north points out to the water. Obviously we can't be here because that would be towards our west. We're on Sherman pointing directly north. I'm going to have to say that this place right here is Barnhart's Resort and Marina. I'm putting the marker down, crossing my fingers. Here we go. Can we get another 5,000? And there we go. We were 0 meters away, 1 yard. On to the 5th and final round. Can we get the perfect score in this one? Episode 2, a lot longer than 30 minutes of playtime. Hopefully, it will be less than 30 minutes for your guys' enjoyment. So, to start off, we have a great sign to work off of. 500 west and 200 north. So we have been pretty good about getting a decent spot in the spawn point to know where we are. We're at an intersection. We have houses. There's a hospital coming up. Which way do we go to take the gamble? Can we make it fast? Okay, down there looks like some obvious information. I'm heading that way to start out. This is exactly north. I would say we're in the south somewhere, but you never know. It's probably because it's summer outside. Urgent care. Let's see if we can get a name on this hospital over here. What does this one say? Barely can read that, and I'm not going to squint and look at the screen that closely. Over here, what do we got? Got something good. I'm trying to make this last round quick. Interesting street signs. What is that? A dang dinosaur? Is there a dinosaur on the street signs in this state? That is pretty sick. If you guys live in this state and I don't know it, please leave a comment in the section below telling me, yeah, I live on a dinosaur street. Okay, who do we got over here? We got Steve Labrum. Pretty sure that's a body part. And what is this? Unitah Ute Highway. Interesting name. Unitah Ute. Is that Utah? Unitah Ute? We're in the mountains, so maybe I'm going to say it. We're in Utah. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not going to even take a gamble. We're in Utah. Lovely place. This is such a nice place here in Utah. We are on a highway called the Unitah Ute. They have dinosaurs on their signs, so that is pretty sweet. We're going to head the other direction now. Okay, so we're on North 121. Also, big clue, besides the dinosaurs on the street sign, there is a beehive. And if I'm not mistaken, Utah is the beehive state. I believe that is what it is. So there we go. We have some good clues here. 121. This is where you get the party started. So come on down to 57 whatever highway we're on, because the party gets started in there. Okay, we're on Main Street, so I can't confuse myself this time. We are certainly on a main street right here. And we're in the intersection, so watch out. We need to get back. We're going to get hit by a car or something, especially if they have the green light. So whatever the Dupe Museum is, if you want to go to the Dupe Museum, that doesn't sound that fun. Is there a cross section? What is the highway called over here? Oh, look at 121 actually ends right here. So the 191 and the 40. So we have clues. We don't know exactly what city we're in, so we're going to Utah. That's where we're going. The Beehive State, the Dinosaur State. let's see if we can zoom on in and get into this. I should be looking for the interstates because those are much bigger places. So the 40 and the 191, they combine together for one interstate. Let's look for those. 40, 191. Those are what we're looking for. Interstate should look like this, I would believe. Or no, actually they would look like this. 191, 191. There's the 40. There's the 191. We are getting close. Maybe we're in Strawberry, Utah. You never know. And we're also looking for the 121 going north. We have to find that. That is where we came from. 191. 121. There it is. The 121 Utah Basin. We are right in the area. Can we find out where we are? The 121 is a very small little route. We're in this general vicinity here. We're on the North 121, and guess what? It ended right here. So I believe this has to be the intersection. Is there a subway? Main Street. We have to be on this. We have to be on this. 121. And what were we looking for? 500 west, 200 north is what we're looking for. Can we find those? Is that going to be hard? What is the Neola Highway? I thought we were on the Utah Ute Highway. Okay, here's some north and stuff. So 500 west. 4,000. That sounds way too high. We're in the middle of a town, or we're right on the outskirts of a town. 500 west, 200 north on the outskirts of one of these towns here. This is not... Is this one... Is this also 121 right here? Oh, dang. That's also considered 121. Doesn't come out to an intersection, though. So I don't believe we're on that side of things. Are we over here, though? There's a main street. Maybe we're on this main street. Okay, I think I have successfully found it. Okay, so if this is the intersection, this is where it ends, apparently. It ends, obviously, as you can see, it ends. Here's 40, here's 191. That's where we are, intersection of Main Street. 200 north, according to this, 200 north. I'm not going to get into it on how this says north 500 west, but yet over here it turns into something entirely different, west 500 north. But if we look at the map right here, 200 north, a very long street. I'm just going to go with it, 200 north. We're at the intersection. It doesn't even matter. We're on one side of the street of the intersection. So let me get over there, though. So we're on that side of the intersection. Is there an L-shaped house nearby? Unless this is an L-shaped house. I do not see an L-shaped house. Very wide road, although on here not very wide. Here is our guess for the perfect round. Are you guys with me here? Is this 200 North Street? Is this 200 North Street? Here we go for the perfect 25,000. Boom! 25,000. That is it. That is the video. View summary. Perfect game. Episode 2 of GeoGuessr. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a huge struggle in Michigan. That was our main roadblock, which made it go way over time. But maybe I can shorten it down with the powers of editing, and you guys will enjoy it. So please drop a like for the perfect round. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. It's your boy, Sleek. Peace.